Hello everyone, I'm Sumin. I work for National Institute of Forest Science. I introduce result to my study. The topic is reduction effect of particulate matter with the distance from highway on the tree canopy of yellow poplar stands during high concentration period in Korea. The contents of presentation is as follows, and this picture is our study area is in yellow poplar. This picture is spring and summer and autumn. PM2.5 in Korea, especially in Seoul City, is getting worse every year. Every year. Seriousness and seasonality of PM2.5 in Seoul. High concentration of PM2.5 from October to May and from December to March. PM2.5 in Seoul was recorded higher than WHO standards. Trees and forests which are created and managed for the promotion of citizens' health, emotional cultivation and experience activity. The rule of urban forests include climate control and noise decreasing effects and improving street landscape and atmospheric purification. PM reduction mechanism of urban forest is poor absorption, block, and deposition. Trees forestry have been known to be reduction sources for air pollutant in urban, but there is little experimental study on the deposition effect on the forest, and the effect of particulate matters in forest is little experimental study in Korea too. So we conducted this study. We conducted continuous PM measurement on the ground at 1.5 meter height of yellow poplar stands. Study area is Gyeonggi Province, Gome Experimental Forest. Measuring point 150 meter from the highway. Measure time is 10 minutes. It's 5 minutes for AVOC and BVOC divided by heating probe at 100 Celsius. Interval with the equivalent of Grimm EDM 365 SVC. And measured period October to December 2019. Particle size, all particles were classified simultaneously into 31 size channels from 250 nanometer up to 32 micrometer, as well as simultaneous detections of the PM10, PM2.5, and the PM1 fractions. And the PM fractions is as follows, and average reduction rate was calculated by the follow formula. Especially BVOC calculated not beyond 5 pm concentration minus heating 5 pm concentration. So not beyond measuring PM concentration without heating treatment for 5 minutes. Heating temperature is 100 Celsius and measuring 5 minutes. From this slide, I will introduce the measurement results. This figure shows that there is not much different PM concentration, AVOC and BVOC, with the distance from highway on the tree canopy. Yellow poplar stands reduced the concentrations of ultrafine particles of aviation at the 50-meter and 150-meter sites as 80.98 and 70.97% respectively. However, they did not show obvious reduction effect in chorus, and the fine particles show two peaks of high concentration of commuting hours. PM reduction spells of coarse and fine particles in BVOC were fluctuated, but those of ultrafine particles were averagely produced from trees by 33.11% and 37.66% at the 50-meter and 150-meter respectively at Gome experience post. In 3 particle size AVOC dominated PM fractions from 68 to 19%, and BVOC did from 10 to 32% at high concentration period. So if we analyze the PM size distribution in high concentration period in more detail. Next slide. We observed different distribution of particle size distribution among 3 sites at yellow poplar stands during high concentration period dotted black circle. Particle size distribution in 150-meter measured error data. So it's dotting black circle period. So if we compare the particle size distribution measuring of 1 meter and 50 meter from highway, we observed ultrafine PM in 0 meter in near highway doesn't grow much than 50 meter point in forest. So this result shows that the ultrafine PM size has grown due to the influence of tree. PM reduction effect during pollen leaf period. This show ultrafine PM were reduced with the distance from highway, which indicated that PM deposition effect by twigs, branches, and trunk. So further study about foliage effects on PM reduction during spring and summer is required. This could be used as basic data for understanding the seasonal PM reduction effect of deciduous tree according to the distance from pollution source. I'll summarize the conclusion into 3. First, PM concentration decreased with distance away from highway. Second, the growth rate of particle size distribution was the highest at measuring point of 50 meter from highway. Third, the high growth rate of particle size distribution is expected to cause the reduction PM concentration by deposition and absorption effect in forest. I think this picture represents what I have announced so far. Forest can absorb the PM with twig, branches, and trunk during winter, and ultrafine PM was more deposited at the forest near highway polluted areas. I finished my presentation. Thank you for attention.